I don't think it's live just yet, guys. Just a heads up. I think I jumped the gun. There's nothing here. I thought it was supposed to be live right now.
Stop by our friends and family to get a better understanding.
Let me check and see
In naval service.
what the schedule is. It doesn't say any times. Why did I think it was starting at 11?
For centuries.
Am I crazy? Is it supposed to be noon? Yep. Okay. Sorry. There you go. Can you guys hear me now? Let's go there. Let me know if that's too loud. And let me turn down the game volume just a hair. That might have been too much on the game volume. Okay, Damon, you can hear me. I might be an hour early. I thought it was supposed to be going live at 11 EST. But there are other people here waiting. Let's ask. Well, there's not much to look at. We can look at this statue here. Okay, so chat has confirmed I am an hour early. So I guess now, I mean, like, we have an opportunity for people to ask questions if you're interested. Are you guys going to be getting anything at Invictus? That's really unfortunate timing that they're starting it at the same time that they're starting the Idris sales. Because I want to buy an Idris. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to buy an Idris. This is Invictus right here. I'm surprised they even allowed the Cutlass to be in this display case. You have your fleet on your spreadsheet. What's your fleet looking like these days, Damon? I know, that's what I'm saying, CJ. Like, they refused to allow Drake to have their full allotted time slot. They don't like Drake. What's it doing in here? They have some splaining to do. Spoiler alert, guys. At noon, I am going to try and buy the Idris. I do have boundaries as to how much I'm willing to spend right now. 400i, C2, and eventually the Liberator. Those are all healthy purchases. Don't be like me. Do not be like me. Don't be like me and buying way too many ships and putting too much money into this game. I by no means like stretch my budget or anything. It's just yeah. At this point, I think I have 4,000 in the game, and I'm looking to buy an Idris, and that will probably be my last ship that I buy. Good, good for you. That's the right way to play this game. The FPS, we talking server FPS, or I mean my computer's running well. Let's check it though. On FPS. I'm sitting at 15, 16 inside of our court, or area 18, 16. So it's not terrible. Mark, I'm an hour early. See, my issue, Damon, is that I work from home. So when I get the itch to play, I just hop on over to my gaming computer. This guy's got it right. Yeah, Mark. Bonehead mistake. Those are the F8As right there. Looks like. Yep, that's Squadron 999. So from August to November. Okay, so last year in August. By November, 3 months you had your top hat. Okay. Okay. That's fast. Albeit, I was probably like... I haven't been putting in money into the game for not even a year at this point. Because I was not playing actively as of last year's Invictus. I first entered the ecosystem in 2017. But it was unplayable at the time. I was crashing every 15 minutes. And that was just... Yeah, I stopped playing, and then I lost that account because I don't remember what email is attached to, but it was just I only had like $60 in it, and I don't even remember what ship I had. I think it was a Pisces, maybe. Anyways, and then I came back last year because me and my friends played Void Crew, and it got me obsessed with space games. And there's only one game that does it quite like Star Citizen, and that is Star Citizen. And so I got in, and I was like, I'm not paying more than $60. What's up, Ubiquitar? Is this my first stream that I know you comment on my videos a lot? Is this the first stream that you're attending? Anyways, so I think I bought the Pisces starter pack again, and then within a few weeks upgraded to the C1, and then the Redeemer. First in a while. Yeah, I don't stream often. I'm gonna start streaming more often, especially during this process while I'm moving and selling my house, because I just don't have as much time to make videos. So, but I want to keep making content, so I'm gonna be streaming more often. But after the Redeemer, on the gray market, I bought a Polaris, and then that was just like the floodgates opened up, and then 10 months later, or 9 months later, I'm here at... Yeah. I'm about to hand over $1,500 for an Idris. Let's see. Did I find you on Discord? I didn't find you on Discord. You have to fix for my vehicle manager. Are you talking about, like... this right here where it's nothing but shadows show up? Oh yeah, I know you watch my videos, Ubiquitar. You comment all the time. And yeah, this is yeah, this right here. I know I have to go edit one of the files. I don't remember which one though. Yes, I can boost the audio. Are you talking about game audio or my voice? Okay, so I add one file to my, or add one, yeah, add one file, right? Voice. Okay. Same name in Discord. Okay, let me add you right now, my dude. Friends. Add a friend. Alright, I sent the friend request. You've downloaded some of mine. That doesn't sound like it's allowed. I'm kidding. Go ahead. Nice. I mean that's true, but I'm not terribly worried about it right now. Also, I've had experiences where I Alt F4 and then I get shard locked and it takes me like a couple hours to get back in. The railgun kiosk, I don't know. They're not letting us in the doors yet. The lines are just now forming. So, unless it's supposed to be out here, I can go to the Idris display really quick. Is this the way out? No, this is the way out. I was supposed to add my Discord link in here. I totally forgot. Let me go. Oh no, I can't do that. Ooh, frames out here drop. That's fun. The railgun kiosk might be where the Idris is at. My favorite ship right now is... Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. Yeah, Mark's in the Discord. He's going to get a link for the Discord. My favorite ship... Are we talking about in the game currently or projected to come out? Because in the game currently, the Guardian is the Guardian Key is my favorite ship. As like my daily use ship. Ships that are going to come out, I would have to say the Pioneer, and I own them both. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to base building. I like the idea of that more than combat. And space station building, oh my goodness. My goodness. What about you? Oh, they just released a new patch. I might need to update. It just came through on Pipeline. Is anybody at their PC able to check if there's a patch? Let me just configure a couple streaming things. Image. Okay. Browse. Downloads. Okay. You're not really into combat. Had your fill in the forces. My heart will always be with the 400i. Nice. Okay. Which branch did you serve in? Also, thank you for your service. It doesn't really matter which branch you served in. Thank you for your service. Okay, so I'm going to go check to see if there's a patch, because I believe there is a patch. Oh. Stream's going to stay open. And Idiot Tech, we will check for Railgun kiosk when we get back in. We do need to force close the whole thing. And then I'm actually going to close Discord because this might get laggy. So we're going to force close as much as possible. And then you just logged in, didn't see one. Okay, so I'm going to, because I don't know if it's going to be a no downtime update kind of thing. You're right, there is no patch. Those bums. Alright. Thank you, Ubiquitar. I will make sure I get that installed. Canadian Infantry and then Dental. Nice. Alright, we're logging back in. There was no patch. I was curious how they were going to do that. If they were going to make us log out before the hall opened up. We are logging back in though, boys, guys and gals. Yeah, I can't remember if I actually patched this. I didn't patch this morning at all. I had one last night. Let's see who has the lowest. Oh, look at you. Server with 100 people. What happened here? Alright, now we can remove this. Oh. Image, turn that off. Alright, we're logging back in. Is anybody on the lookout for CCUs during Invictus? I'm going to be making some videos each day or each event when the events switch over. So like today I'll make a video, the 17th I'll make a video, the 19th, 21st, 23rd, and 25th. Talking about the CCUs as to whether or not they're good value. Hello, Hudson. You're forgiven for the caps. I appreciate the enthusiasm. The floor is not open. I'm an idiot, and I wrote down 11 a.m. somewhere in my, from somewhere, thinking that the floor opened at 11 a.m. It does not. It opens at 12 p.m. Eastern, which is also when the Idris goes on for sale. So I'm probably going to take a couple minutes to buy the Idris if it's available. You're still learning to not crash anything. Hey, it's a learning curve. Are you on mouse and keyboard, Sophist? 30 minutes on the official timer. Okay, so they're going to open up 3 minutes early. Let's just get to the hall and hang out. Yeah, Ubiquitar, I appreciate it. I don't know if I want the good luck. I want the universe to intervene and say, don't spend the money. Mouse and Tartarus pad. I like the Tartarus pad. I use that for my FPS stuff, but I do use sticks for flying. I like the Tartarus pad. It took a while to get used to, if I'm honest. But once you do, man oh man, the ergonomics of it. But yeah, so I want the Idris, but I don't want to spend the money. So if the universe intervenes and says, nope, everybody bought them, I'm not going to be heartbroken. And then I think 1 or 2 of my org members are going to also try and buy it. So, like, as long as the org has one. I've already taken care of the Pioneer. I feel like I've done my contribution. And the Orion. I bought the Orion as well. Yeah, sticks changed the game. My adopted Star Citizen son, he for the longest time was playing on mouse and keyboard, and we all just thought he was a bad pilot. We had a long-standing joke about it, that don't let newbie behind the controls, or we are all going to die. To the point where if he got in the pilot seat, like we would trank him, we would drug him till he passed out and get somebody else in the pilot seat. But then he got VKBs, and apparently he's a decent pilot. He flew us through our Hunt the Polaris the other night in the Polaris. No events, no crashes. We did run over a Scorpius. That was sad. Rest in peace, Scorpius. In our defense, we did not mean to. Yeah, I do Hosis. I don't do HOTUS. Yeah, that's why I always use the advanced HUD now. The basic HUD just is not vibing. We still have 30 minutes. Let's see if we can't run over to the Idris doohickey. See how that's performing. Keep that chat off. Yeah, Negdar, it probably was not Newbie's fault that we ran over that Scorpius. That Scorpius should not have sat in front of Polaris. Yeah, the advanced HUD. You have to set a hotkey for it or access it through your MFDs. There's an advanced HUD option, and it gives you more telemetry data like momentum, G's, as well as your velocity, and in a much more like visible way. Because the stock HUD is kind of hot garbage. That's right, Negdar. Like we had no choice in the matter. We could have applied the brakes last week and we would not have stopped in time. Tell you what, let me get off this train and then we will look in the advanced HUD. We'll look for the advanced HUD setting really quick. Just gonna help out. Yeah, I always set a hotkey for it on my sticks. Options, key bindings, advanced control. Does anybody know? Yeah, you can change it in the MFDs, multifunction displays here though. Let's see. No. Not there? I thought it was not next operator mode. You know, let me switch over to my... Here we go. Vehicles cockpit. Because I have a preset for it. View. Is it targeting? No. Oh, is it games? Game settings. Oh, you have an advanced HUD by default? Default. Flight. Tell me if I miss it. Oh, right here. Here we go. Just turn this on by default. You don't even need a hotkey. Any new ships? So the floor has... I was wrong in my times. I thought it was 11 a.m. for starting the convention. It's actually 12 p.m. So now we're gonna go head over and see if we can't... Just take a look at the Idris. You're welcome. Who was that tip from? That was from Negdar. Okay. Yeah. It's way more useful than the basic HUD. Are they finally making these doors just stay open? I ran into these doors 3 times getting to the Idris. See if they'll even let me up there. I mean, honestly, I'm the Idris has overshadowed anything else at this event. Yeah, see, yeah, CJ, I for sure had the exact same experience when it came to the Polaris. Um, the Polaris seemed massive when it came out, and when I started the game, the Hammerhead seemed huge, right? Walking around at the Lorville New Deal when I was brand new, I was like, "This is the biggest ship in the world." And then the Polaris came out, I'm like, "No, this is the biggest ship in the world," and it is just certifiably small now. It doesn't feel like a capital ship anymore. You can be from ramp to bridge in like 20 seconds. So these are the new missile turrets that they're adding to the Idris, or that you can swap in. Which is really... It's neat. I won't be doing it if I get the Idris. I won't be adding the missile turrets. It's just finite ammo. And I don't like that. We still got some time. Anybody want to go in the Idris? Salutes in the chat. Actually, let's take a look at these torps. Is this the new one, the Calamity? Or is this the same? These are the old ones, right? The Executor. Yeah, that would be... I think they're considering adding apartments. I think that was originally in the plan to Area 18. These are the optional PDSs, I believe. Yeah, the Pepper Box. Rather than the standard PDSs, which, again, kind of dumb, in my opinion. Alright, let's take a look at the Idris. These textures do look very old. Like, look how unfine those lines are right there. It's hilarious. We'll go towards the bridge. Has anybody here not toured the Idris? We can probably get it done in 15 minutes. If we're really quick about it. $890. I mean, sure, to what extent? It depends on what you want to do. Right? You're not going to be doing bounties in the 890 soloable as a solo. Yeah, like it's an okay, I guess, for a daily driver. It's very cumbersome though. It's a big ship, all things considered. I wouldn't recommend it. We'll start at the bridge. I swear this person in this cat costume has been here for 2 weeks. Okay. This, honestly, is a big reason why I would buy this ship. This bridge is intense. And this view, the way you're looking over the bow of the ship, so good. So good. Like, this alone makes it feel like a capital ship. This view. And this is what the Polaris is missing. The fact that the bridge is up front in the Polaris, it betrays your senses, or your senses betray you, because you feel like you're in a much smaller ship, and so it doesn't feel grand, it doesn't feel exciting, and the fact that it flies slow is just annoying at that point, because you don't feel the mass of the ship anywhere but the turning. So it just doesn't make sense in your brain box. But this, like flying this, yeah, it makes sense that this thing lumbers through space. I wish they would figure out something to do with these holo maps. For sure, Damon. And that's, I mean, at this point, that's pretty much what it is. It's not very good for combat because it's kind of weak on the shield side. It's kind of weak on the gun side. It's meant for luxury. The layout is a little... I mean, the layout is nice to look at. Just from a logistics standpoint, it's tough to deal with. Don't get me wrong. I think the 890 jump is magnificent looking. And I wish they would give it a glossy black livery. Like high gloss. Alright, so this is the bridge. For those that haven't seen it. Still got 20 minutes. Guess we're doing a 2-hour stream then for the convention floor. These are remote turret access points. This is an elevator that leads to nothing. And it leads downstairs. That's a lie. Alright, we're going to go out the opposite side we came in. We're going to do the slow walkthrough. Except for these transition points. I do like that they have windows in the staircase here. That's awesome. I saw a fan art that they gave it the glossy black look, and that thing looked astoundingly good. Okay, now we open this up. This should be a turret. Yep. This is a rear side turret. Since the Idris experience is not live, you can't get in that seat just yet. Over here we got the front turret. We're gonna run through here. Now I really like this room. How cool would it have been if this was like a living quarters though, with a seat to the turret? Like imagine they had like, yeah, they had a bed, they had a bathroom, and then just a seat to the turret. So that's like your permanent position on the ship. Like you don't leave that turret. Chrome would be cool too on the 890. Heck yeah. But look at that view. Man, oh man. Alright, let's continue downstairs. Now it is pretty easy to get lost on this ship, so that happens. This is the brig. 6 jail cells. Not much privacy. And this is the brig control room back here. I think the access door is actually on the other side. Yeah, you could sleep on the job. Instant response crew quarters. That's what I'm talking about though, right? That'd be awesome. So this is the brig control room. Presumably in the future, the cameras will work. And not just be placeholder screens. You found your room? You're going to be arrested all the time, Negdar? No fuses. These are escape pods here. Can't open the doors though because the Idris experience is turned off right now. The briefing room, one of the coolest rooms on the ship. Let's go to that. I mean, let's be honest. This room will be mostly unused. This is for RP purposes only. But how cool is this? This is a big selling point for me. The Javelin's going to have one of these too, which is awesome. The Polaris doesn't have one. The Polaris hardly has a captain's room. I hate that about it. Alright, this is another turret. I think we're in the back end of the ship. Yes, we are. Big Benny's popcorn machine. Yeah, we'll go watch a movie. Alright, is this a pilot ready room? What are these? Are these escape? Yeah, no, these are suit lockers, right? Or are these escape pods? It's always hard to tell. These are escape pods. This is the armory side. So you can check out guns here. That's cool. Bunch of gun racks here. Is this this looks like a shooting range. I believe it is a shooting range. Thanks, Mark. Take it easy, man. We'll see you later. And then you have another, like, suiting up room. So you have suit lockers. I don't know what the heck these racks are for. They look different. And then all of these gun racks. It's strange that they don't have the specialty gun racks. I haven't seen any, at least. For, like, the rail guns and the rocket launchers. Whoops. Accidentally sat down. I need out of this room. Oh, no I don't. Okay. Run past here. Yeah, it's definitely a gun range. Which is neat. Cool way to do that. So that just takes us up to the bridge. We've already been there. I'll give it 5 more minutes and then we gotta find our way out of here. Actually, no, we gotta start finding our way out of here. It's difficult to get out of here. That's the mess hall. Quick look. I think we're on the wrong side of the ship to get out of here, though. Where's the front? Wait, were those stairs that led to port side? Yes, stairs that lead to port side. Which means the exit is somewhere over here, if I'm not mistaken. I think last time I just logged out. Like, I don't think I ever found the exit. Docking collar. We found it. We did it. Start heading to the hall now. Mr. Fake Canadian. Somebody just joined the Discord. Welcome. Hey! CJ, that's awesome. Thank you. You didn't have to do that, man. I appreciate that, though. That's huge. Are these the elevators? Yes, these are the elevators. They look like dead ends. Very much appreciated. Well, now I have to buy the Idris. That's just logic. Yeah, convention all canceled. Stuck in the Idris. Send help. Yeah, you philanthropists always say that. Don't thank me. No, no, no. We have to thank you. The viewers are the only reason I keep doing this. Because YouTube videos, much to my surprise, are a lot of work. Holy cow. 6 months ago, or 7 months ago, no, 6 months ago when I started, I was like, it'll get easier. This will start going faster. It doesn't. It doesn't. I spend like 7 to 8 hours on just about every single video. Some have taken me 13 hours to make. And then sometimes they flop, and I'm like, that sucks. You know, like, but it happens. It's the name of the game. Hey, I appreciate you guys. You guys are fulfilling an itch that I needed to scratch for a long time. Like, I've wanted to be a YouTuber for a long time. I just did not think that I had enough interesting things to say or do to make a channel. And then Star Citizen, as much as we dislike it at times, just keeps feeding me stuff to talk about. Hundreds of ships to do reviews on. Though the reviews are kind of exhausting. You're exactly correct, Ubiquitar. You're exactly correct. If you look at the quality of my like earlier videos, it's missing a lot of things. Organization, certain visual elements. I can't say I've gotten a lot better. I am limited by the platform that I use because I need to go. I need to go start learning DaVinci. There's no way around it. I have to go start learning DaVinci. 10 minutes, Jay says. We're on our way right now. The trains here are never late sometimes. We're on our way. When we get there on my work laptop, I gotta pull up the website to see if I can't buy this stinking Idris. And if we're successful, after we tour the hall, I'll pull the Idris out. I will have to restart the game, of course, because they don't just send that information live. Yeah, go make your drink, Damon. Yeah, dude, it's so long. If you want help making your RP series, CJ, I would totally be a guest on your in your episode. Like if you need actors, I don't need any credit. Dude. I'll just help. Okay. You can just say ForgeCore Gaming didn't help at all with this, by the way. In your credits. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Call me up, CJ. Call me up, dude. I don't RP. Keep in mind, I'm not good for like. Don't ask me to voice act. But if you need action shots, I got you. What the heck? Nobody's here. That just sounds like it would be fun to do. It's for selfish reasons, CJ. See how I flipped that around on you? Also, CJ, make sure you join the Discord so you can hold me up to that. Or hold me to that, right? Yeah, just make sure you join the Discord so that you can coordinate with me and be like, hey, I need actors so I can go, get in the mood and get in the mode and get on and help you out. 8 minutes, Tactical Jawa says. In the Discord specifically. I have not gotten it set up yet. No, I did mess with the settings. I found out that you should actually filter your mic through NVIDIA Broadcast, first of all. And then I augmented the settings on my OBS. And I had turned down the gain. I had turned down the gain on my mic, but it's too low of gain for OBS. It's if I turn it down. Or the volume is. Maybe the gain. Let's see if I can you, like, if I turn down the gain here, can you guys still hear me well? But no, to answer your question, I'm still very much in an echoey room. And it's... Yeah. Okay, so, alright. So the gain goes down, volume's okay, less echo, mo better. So as long as I keep the volume up on OBS... My nose for just dropped. What? I don't understand that one, Ubiquitar. But then when I get my new house, so I'm probably going to have to live in like a temporary place. Noise floor. Okay. Okay, so it is down now. It is down now. I did turn it down. I am going to have to live in a temporary place because I'm not going to rush buying the wrong house because, it's a kind of big decision to make where you move. Once I get into my new house, I'm gonna build a proper recording setup, and then I'll have visuals. I'll have my camera going, you know, so that you guys can actually meet me, and not just be a faceless voice. I think that's part of it. I think that's going to, you know, help me connect to the audience better. But if I were to put on a webcam right now, you'd see behind me a whiteboard full of work notes, my gaming room refrigerator, and my coffee machine. So, it's not... Yeah, you're right. You're right, Ubiquitar. I should have been doing that. I'm still new. So, Jay, to your point though, you're right about the audio. Like, there's a lot of audio people out there, and my buddy is a really good cinematographer. Unfortunately, he lives in Colorado, where I no longer live, or else I would have him come build my setup for me. But yeah, he told me when I was thinking about setting up a YouTube channel, he's like, audio is more important than you think. Like, just don't forget that. It's so much more important than you think. Let me take 2 seconds, grab a drink of water. Be right back. Oh, and before we go in, I have to start setting up on my other computer. To buy the Idris. What's up, Jawa? We here, we there, we made it. An hour early, just been shooting shit. Water means whiskey. I don't actually drink alcohol. Probably shouldn't have admitted that on stream. Probably just lost a lot of y'all. I don't have a 3D printer. That's something else that I want to get. If I could just stop spending my money on Star Citizen, I can have other things, you know? Non-alcoholic whiskey sounds like unnecessary suffering. Because I'll admit, because I don't drink alcohol, I've tried whiskey before, and let me tell you, I cannot drink whiskey. An ex-girlfriend's dad once handed me some whiskey. He's like, this is really expensive stuff. It's very smooth. You're going to love it. And me, being, you know, the person that I was like, I have to impress this girl's dad. And I drank it, and it took every fiber of my body to not throw up on his floor. Is there a specific page where I'm able to pledge for the Idris in 2 minutes? Or is it just going to be the normal ship pledge page? That's good, Jawa. It is. And my issue, I used to drink. So, of course, you know, like I went to college. You drink alcohol in college. And after I graduated and I was starting grad school, I was like, I just don't need it anymore. Oh, brother, Everclear, that's horrible. Yeah, 9 a.m. PST is in 2 minutes. It's 12 p.m. in your local time zone are the waves. As long as I don't... I'm good with flying with drunks. You kidding me? Those are the people you want to hang out with at the airport. Sober people are boring. I'm boring. 1 minute. I don't know how to find the Idris buy page. Is it just the normal ship buy page? Am I even logged in on this computer? Yes, I am. Okay. It's already 0? Well, I'm buying mine for cash, so those should stick around more often. For longer, rather. Come on, computer. Site traffic is deep right now. Standalone ship, war bomb, limited stock. Add to cart. Where's my cart? Store credit. It's adding to cart. The circle's spinning. The circle is spinning. It's not in my cart. No. View offers. Limited stock. Add to cart. View offers. My cart is loading. Idris is in there. Guys, I'm sorry. Hang tight, hang tight. We're gonna get this Idris. If you would just load. Proceed to pay. I totally agree, dudes. I know. I know. Yep, that's me. I would do this on my main computer, but then I'd be giving away all my personally identifiable information. I just went to the ship page, typed in Idris. It's in my cart though, and from what I understand, if it's in your cart, you got it. As long as the internet doesn't crash. Well, I'm in. The elevators are empty. Come on, you bums. Let me give you my money. Okay. On le visa? My bank's gonna be like, what the F did you just do, man? I got it. I got the Idris, boys. I got the Idris, boys. I got the Idris. I can't believe I just did that. I'm an idiot. Okay. I hope I didn't accidentally buy... Oh, no, they won't let you buy 2. Okay. All right, I got the Idris. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. CJ bought it mostly. Let's crew it up. Guys, if you're in here and you want to crew up the Idris, join the Discord so that you can come on it. We need crew. All right? Just so you know, we're going to have a 14-year-old piloting it. He's good peoples. Not terribly vocal when it comes to, like, what he's doing when flying, but... All right, let's get back to the convention. Let's get back to the convention. Here is the Guardian MX. Now, I was... Yeah, no, come on in, Damon. You're more than welcome to join us. Invictus Week is online, Mark. Yes, sir. It is in Area 18 at the Bevic Convention Center. We just got here. You just missed it. I was able to purchase an Idris. The game literally doesn't give you time to think about it. It's like you're buying it or somebody else is buying it, my guy. CJ put $10 down on it. Waiting for the rest, the other 1,490 to come in. So this chaps my ass about the Guardian. The interior. The Guardian MX. No interior. Why? Why? Will you stop blocking me from the components, friend? Why? Like, we were able to... Why did they make it one section shorter? Sure, I'll take a payment plan, CJ. I did put it on my Amazon credit card, so I get some rewards back, which is exciting. Negdar, you bum. I was kidding, dude. I was kidding. I don't want anybody's help with the Idris. Y'all are wild, man. Y'all are wild. I appreciate you, Negdar. You can have the captain's seat. I'll go get the back bottom turret. And when the toilets are clogged, I got you. I mean, I understand that, Ubiquitar. Like, it is incredibly combat focused. It's just, yeah, I love the fact that the Guardian, the regular Guardian has beds. I do like... Can I power this on? You can't power these on. Deploy armor. Oh! And then when the ship is on here, you'd be able to see out with the cameras on the outside. Let's go take a look at those cameras. So this is the first blast shield, in my opinion, that's done correctly. Because, like, the Carrack has a blast shield, but when you put down the blast shield, you can't see anything. But this one... Oh, I fell. Has cameras all over it on the outside, and it creates... They get relayed to the screen. So those little blue circles there are cameras, which is really neat. I think that's awesome. Didn't they mention that the Nautilus is it just doesn't make sense in the game right now, and like they need to reconcept it before they start work on it? I think they mentioned something like that during the Bar Citizen. Now the TAC, I have the TAC. I've done 2 tours of the TAC now on the channel. If y'all haven't seen it, happy to go take a look at it. Oh, the Asgard's here. I thought... Is Anvil today? Can we rent this for free? Can we free rent it? Do you not have a... Oh, no, the rentals are at the terminals now, right? Up front. Let's take a look through the Asgard. We'll do the RP walkthrough. We're not in a rush to get out of here. Why don't you want the Corsair anymore? Oh, Mr. Rumble Shorts, what are you doing? Appreciate you, my guy. Huge. Wow. You guys are awesome. Mr. Rumble Shorts, I don't know if I know you by your YouTube name. Are you someone in my Discord? Thank you so much. I gotta respond to somebody in the Discord, letting them know that I got the Idris. Got it. Streaming currently. Oh, you're Nudie Bird. Okay, got it. I do know you. Guys. Y'all don't need to be sending money my way. I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. I do. You guys being in the org and being on the channel, more than enough contribution, though. They don't give you exact numbers on how many Idrises are up for sale. I bought the one cash though, so there's way less competition. If I had pre-prepped my melt, so my store credits, then we could have maybe gotten it, but you lose to bots. You lose to bots often. Let's talk about this Asgard here though. That dude's got the cape I want. Give it me. All right. So they did verify that this is wider than that Valkyrie, which is nice. 180 SCU of cargo. It almost looks like you can fit 32 SCU containers sideways in here. Almost. You can put a ballista in here. I believe somebody has done it already. Yeah, Negdar. I mean, I really only drink water, and you're gonna judge me for this. Mushroom coffee. I don't even drink caffeine these days. Because I kept having to take a nap if I had coffee in the morning. But Jay, yes, I believe you can put a ballista back here. I saw a note from somebody that this will fit it'll fit any vehicle in the game. Which is massive. Mushroom coffee is not bad if you put honey in it. I raise honeybees. Y'all can judge me. Janko, what up, man? All the way from the UK. Janko's here with us. JS, I was planning on melting my C2 just so I could try out the Asgard. So if you want to try it out before buying it, let me know. Hop in the Discord, let me know. Happy to lend it out for a bit. Robert, hello. I haven't seen you before, Robert. This ship is pretty cool, man. This ship is pretty cool. I do like that the pilot has 6 controlled guns. They're all size 3, which means you can put the MBDs on there, which I like. So, Damon, that's what I thought too, getting the honeybees. And then, of course, all the way from Houston, Texas. Nice. Once I got the honeybees, I started doing research. And apparently, if you need to offset a honeybee hive when you install it on your land, and by offset it, I mean you need to plant an acre of flowering plants. Otherwise, they will drive out the local bees and have a negative impact on the environment. And so then, after I bought the honeybees and installed them and got stung several times in my learning period, I then had to go plant a ton of flowers and other bushes and stuff. And so, like, the entire endeavor, I'm at a net negative right now, for sure. And then I'm selling the house. I do like that these TVs work. It's really just Asgard propaganda. Or Anvil propaganda. That's a hurricane there, I think. In-game, the Asgard, not for another couple months. It's usually 90 days. It's usually 90 days after they launch a ship before they'll put it in the game for AUC. I was going to sell honey, Damon. I'm on my first year though, because it's expensive. Like, you could sell it for like $15 a quart kind of thing, and you're allowed to harvest basically 100 quarts from your beehive in a year. The rest needs to be for them to eat. But I'm selling the house, and the bees are conveying. Yeah, so like if you want to help the honeybees or the local bees, your best bet is to just plant a bunch of flowering plants. And I know this has kind of turned into a weird discussion. We're not even talking about the ship that we're in currently. Yes. What do we want to look at here, guys? If you've ridden in the Valkyrie before, anything past here is the same thing as the Valkyrie. I do like that they have this glass partition here. I thought is there a button? No, there's no button to lower the glass partition. Look at this. I don't understand. Look at this mirror. Doesn't reflect what's in the ship. It's reflecting inside the convention hall. Need to fix that. Now let's test. Everybody was getting upset about the fact that this elevator's partitioned because they won't be able to. I said let's test it, and then I start climbing down on accident. Let's test if we can just do the old-fashioned drop down so you can avoid the ladder animation. Yep, no problem. See that? Now that area's partitioned off with literally no expense. Nice. Now let's see what this field of view is like. It's about as good as the Star Lancer tack. It was better on the Valkyrie, if I remember correctly. Alright. Let's go check out that MTC. It is Greycat Day. Hey, it is. Yeah, let's go check out that MTC, see what that's all about. Also, if you're not subscribed, Idris release was on my 2025 bingo card. So we just crossed off the first one for the bingo card. And if we get a bingo, meaning like we complete 5 in a row, then at the end of the year, during IAE, I'll be doing a ship giveaway, the value of which will be the entirety of October's revenue from the channel. So it can be up to $1,000 because that's the maximum giftable amount in Star Citizen. So if you aren't subscribed, please do. And I'll be doing a bingo card update. Where the heck is Greycat? Is that over here? If I totally just... Oh, it's probably behind this wall, isn't it? The Asgard isn't on the sales page? What happened here? Was there a shooting? These people are all crouched. Oh, there is a shooting. People are shooting guns. Okay. The guards are all shooting each other. Okay, so this is the Greycat MTC, the new land vehicle. It's about Ursa Rover size. They're just about the same, if I remember correctly. Maybe this one might be a little bit shorter, but as far as width goes, it's almost the exact same footprint. Let's go inside and take a look. I like how the seat, it's definitely shorter than the Rover. Definitely shorter than the Rover. I like how the seat is just immediately available. There are suit lockers in the back. And looks like some gun racks. MTC stands for Mobile Tactical Center. Yeah, this is that new Greycat car. This looks cool. It's probably going to be a decent LTI token if you don't want to hang on to it. I'd wager they're going to price it at $60. Maybe a little less because the Nursa is at $60. And CIG is selling some ships with flight blades. You're now looking at the subs page. That's intense. Oh, can we buy those here in the convention hall? We need to go check that out. So this is just another Greycat MTC. We'll do another look around and then we'll go see if we can't find the flight blades. I like the way this Greycat looks. A lot of people have been asking for like a land RV type deal where you have a bed and you can log out in it, and I think that would be awesome. That's a good point. That's a really good point, JS. This doesn't go out further than the tires, so it's not gonna like mess with other vehicles if you put them in, say, an Asgard. That's a cool set. 45 with Warbond, wow, and LTI. That's yeah. So like that's right up there with the Atlases for cheap LTI tokens. Give me... Oh, okay. Alright, so now we're going to go look for those flight blades. Those should be over here in the component areas. Hey, Damon. Thanks for coming along. Make sure you join the Discord. Did you join the Discord, Damon? If not, make sure you do so that we can hang. Anvil Day is today, Ninja. The Asgard's here. I can go back to it here in shortly. I'm just checking to see if the flight blades are here. In fact, the Asgard's right there. I should have posted the schedule. My apologies. Flight blades are not on this side of the component area, unless I missed them. They look like little cards. No, there's no flight blades here. Yeah, Ninja, some other people were reporting the same thing. Let me just double check that. I'm pretty sure today is Anvil and Aegis. Aegis. No, no, no. Sorry. Anvil's May 23rd to the 24th. Anvil's May 23rd to the 24th, unfortunately. Did you want to take a tour of the Asgard, Ninja? We'll do a real quick one because we just spent like 10 minutes in there. It's coming, my guy. It's coming. Alright, Ninja says, yes, we go back into the Asgard. There's probably not going to be a whole lot more to look at on the convention floor, to be honest with you guys. So we'll spend some time looking through the Asgard here. Alright, we'll slow it down the RP walk. For those of you that are seeing this for the second time, I'm sorry. When can we buy them? This one's going to be available May 23rd to the 24th. Can I take these fuses? I stole fuses, guys. I'll leave one for the next passerby. So Ninja, if you haven't seen this, the inside of this already, it is a bit wider than the Valkyrie and much taller. 180 SU of cargo. Very nice. Hurston Security has decided to join us and took off their helmets. The field of view on these guns is kind of bad, but it's not, this is obviously isn't what's selling the ship. This is just an extra feature, not by any stretch the central focal point. Right on. Now we'll go down in the forward part of the downstairs. So you have a couple jump seats, presumably for crew of the vehicles. And just so you know, any land vehicle in the game currently can fit inside the back of the Asgard. Okay. Moving forward still, on the Asgard, we have the lower gunner turret. Let me sit in here. This is just like the Anvil Valkyrie. I don't believe you can turn this one on either. No, you can't power on any of the turrets. But you get, this is good for ground coverage. So that should be, I believe, 2 size 3s? Or that might be the 2 size 4s. That might be the 2 size 4s. Yeah, that's 2 size 4s for the crew member. I don't know about you, but it looks like more fit and finish than the Valkyrie, which would make sense because it is a newer ship. Coming up here to our left, we have the bathroom. This is the exact same bathroom that they have on the Valkyrie. However, the mirror looks out into the convention floor rather than into the bathroom itself. So it's like a secret mirror on the wall type deal. Dude, they look good. They look so good. And then we have the bunk room for the 2 crew. Working TVs. Who gets the bottom bunk? Captain or crew? Then we have the intermediate hallways. I believe these are going to be suit lockers here. I called them wrong on my initial tour video when some footage was leaked. But these are going to be suit lockers. This is your big specialty weapon rack. And then you have primary arm racks. 4 of them. Looks like you have 3 sidearm racks. And then, of course, you have the... I believe this is going to be lockable. Yeah, this is lockable. Don't mess with these digital locks, by the way. I accidentally locked myself in my tack last night for like 20 minutes. Yeah, same standard cockpit as the Valkyrie. Looks very nice. I do like the Valkyrie cockpit because all your information is in your eye line. And you have pretty good visibility. I know the struts, people get angry about the struts. Okay. Like, can we see it in third person in the cockpit? Okay. I don't see why not. I say that. Oh, okay. All right. And I missed that before. That missile turret. Holy cow. That's beauty. The pilot has 6 size 3s, and then the co-pilot, or the crew member, has 2 size 4s. 6 size 3s for the pilot, so two under the nose, and then 4 right above him. Or her. It's a good looking ship. Good golly, that's a good looking ship. You're going to have a good one here, Ninja. No problem. All right, let's hop out of here and see what else, if anything. Maybe they'll have a holo room like they did at IAE. We do not know a price. I speculate high 3s, just above the Valk. Because the anvil tax. And the dropship tax. Okay, so this is just an Avenger. I don't remember seeing a holo room when I was touring in the PTU. The Avenger. Which one is this? The Titan. The GOAT for starter ships. The absolute GOAT. If combat is your thing. Okay, I have not seen the flight blades. Anybody have any intel on where I would find those? Let's take a look. Ground, fighters, gunships, logistics. Would it be? It's not giving me any info. The fighter hall. Do you guys have flight blades? I haven't. Okay, and what are the flight blades for? So they are for flight characteristic tuning. So you can purchase. I think these are them. Yep, flight blades. Okay, so you can buy flight blades, and they'll boost one stat at the cost of energy pips. Oh, yeah, I'll change the video description when it goes to YouTube. Apparently all the changes that I set up last night, I didn't click save, which sucks. And they'll have to change the tags. Thank you, Negdar. So yes, when you install a flight blade, it's just a computer mod basically. It'll overclock your performance in one vector, in one way. So like they have a speed or they have a maneuverability flight blade. But I believe it costs like 6 energy pips, which is a lot. But anyways, you can greatly increase the speed of your ship, or you can increase the maneuverability. I don't know where to buy them yet, though. So like this one reallocates forward thrust resources, allowing your ship to deliver increased precision handling during tight maneuvers. So this is the maneuvering one. So you lose forward thrust, and then you gain flight blades. We were just looking at the flight blades. We did the MX, we did the Asgard, we didn't do the TAC, but we can look at the TAC. If you just got here, you missed it. I was able to purchase an Idris. My accountant will yell at me later. I'm the accountant, so yes. But some of the viewers, I was gonna do quails. My ex talked me into chickens. We have about 60 chickens. So this is the base Guardian here. I don't know if we F in the chat if you want me to tour the Guardian. I know there's like a 10-20 second delay. F in the chat. Ninja wants the Guardian. Okay. Now, I have the Guardian key, but the Guardian platform is my favorite ship in the game, currently. I'm going to have to drink something, or I'm going to start keeling over here soon. Yeah, no, they made them available to summon or call out a couple hours ago for the original owners, and then the new owners, they would have had to restart the game. I have not restarted the game since I bought it, so I can't pull it out. There's not a whole lot to see here inside the Guardian, but we'll just start from the back. I get so distracted when I'm talking. We have, in the back, we have gun racks, suit lockers. You have some component access. You have more component access in the secondary, in the second room, rather. You get the idea. In here, you have a kitchenette, perfectly usable. And then we have the bathroom, which it's crazy that you could fit this much into this little ship. And then, of course, you have the bed, underneath which you have personal storage. I want to say it's 750 micro SCU, if I remember correctly. Was it cool watching the Idris take off, JS? And then, of course, we have the cockpit, which is a little different than the MX. For instance, the MX does not have the MFDs up top. They only have the ones on the bottom. And then the Guardian doesn't have the ones on the bottom. Which, alright. Now you can, let me actually just show this for those who haven't seen it. Slow and regal. Beautiful. This is exactly what I want to hear. I'm so hyped to use it. If you haven't joined the Discord, guys, join the Discord. We are looking for crew for our Idris that I just got. For those of you who haven't seen or used the Guardian, you can actually exit to the front here by holding F, long pausing on it, and then scrolling down to the exit to front. So you have two ways of entering and exiting. And then you can also enter the ship by hitting that button when it's all closed up. And you also have external storage here, and you have gun racks over here. Beautifully done ship. From what I understand, it kind of sucks at PvP, if I'm honest. But, you know, whatever. For those of us that don't PvP, it does the job. Alright. Then we got... I've never used one of these. I always forget their names. What are you called? Oh. Wait, is this the F8C? This is the F8C. Okay, my bad. No, it's not. No. No, it's not. That is not the F8C. Why do they have that sign here? Is it? I'm just not used to seeing it from this angle. Yeah, I'm just not used to seeing it from this angle. I've never seen it from this angle. Okay, yeah. This is the F8C. My bad. I thought it was the other one. This ship right here, not so good right now. The F8C is not in a good spot right now. My buddy was using it last night, and a Constellation had roughly the same maneuverability as it. The Arrow. This is really meta right now, because of how fast it is. Is it 4 size 3s or 2 size 3s and 2 size 2s? I don't use the Arrow. I also don't use fighters in general a lot. The Guardian's like the only fighter that I use. Alright, let's get rocking. Let's head back to the main hall. Or let's take this route down here. Go to hall number 2. There's literally nothing down here. Is there something down here? Okay, we have some stuff down here. We got the Mantis. We got that little Argo. Yeah, well, so like, yeah, in my opinion, the F7A or the F7C, Hornets in general, just beat the F8 right now. Since that speed nerf. Blah, I said burf because I was trying to say buff and nerf at the same time. My brain just farted. So this is the Argo MPUV tractor. Outfitted with a tractor beam to allow it to handily move cargo containers on and off larger hauling vessels. Its smaller size and maneuverability make it an ideal support vehicle at landing zones and space stations. Pretty neat. I would never buy one. I'll buy it in game if I want it. I don't think it's pledge worthy, but it's pretty neat. Then we've got the RSI Mantis. This is an interdiction ship. The only true interdiction ship in the game. Would be really cool in my opinion. I think it's just a little bit on the weak side though, as far as defenses and firepower goes. And the inside, though technically complete, feels a little too prison-like. I mean, it doesn't have a shower. It has a toilet. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we're getting out. Sometimes when you get on the toilets, your game breaks. So it has a bathroom. It has a little food prep area. And of course, the bed. Storage access. Last I checked, the storage access doesn't actually work on this ship. And then you have the pilot seat. Correct, Karmic. There are no in-haul days this year. They're not changing the haul out at all. They phoned it in. They probably had all hands on deck finishing the Idris once they realized the community was like ready to riot if it wasn't coming out. That's my suspicion. Rockin'. Okay. So now we're done with the Mantis. Alright. Let's move on to... I guess we don't really need to look at the C8R Pisces. There's not much to see here. There is a med bed in this little ship. This is really nice. Probably one of the best snubs in the game. The C8R. This can fit in the Carrick hangar. And you do get tier 3 medical bed capabilities. There is no logout bed. There is no other facility other than that in this. But it's not meant for long-term use. It's meant for getting from point A to point B with a med bed when needed. One of the goats, though. Oh, big lag there. Alright, let's see if we can't make our way back out to the center hall. Karmic, if you just got here, we did tour the Asgard. We did check out the MX. That's going to be on the manufacturer day. So for Mirai, that is May 19th to the 20th. But we can go check the rental terminals really quick and see what's available there. Maybe they changed that. But I would wager if it hasn't made it to the cash shop, then it's not going to be available for rental. And the Asgard, if our logic is correct, would be on the 23rd. So let's... Yeah, the only rentals available for us today are Aegis Dynamics and Greycat. So this list. If you have Imperator status on your membership, you can borrow the Idris as well. Let's see what's back here. Alright, so we have... Ah, yeah, this is the exact same as the PTU. The Redeemer, which has fallen from grace. I still love the Redeemer in ways. Can't spend too much time in this hall, so we're not going to tour these. Because I do have to get back to work here very soon. The Hammerhead, which the Hammerhead has been buffed with that turret buff. It's relevant again. Absolutely relevant again. It was absolutely useless after they did the initial gun capacitor rebalance, where at max you could get like 60, 75 shots out of these things. But now you can get in excess of 200 shots per gun, which means the Hammerhead can actually do work again. It's very likely that the pledge store is borked, man. Like, a lot of people are trying to get ships right now. I wouldn't worry about the Greycat though. It's going to be available. They're not limiting that. Oh no, we're not going in there. This is just the Harbinger, the missile boat of the Vanguard line. Size 5 main gun, 4 size 2s, and then some size 5 torpedoes, I want to say. Okay, we're going around. Sorry, I was just checking my email. Alrighty. This is the F8A from the 999th Squadron. 999th Squadron. Sorry, sometimes I mumble. F8A. I wouldn't put too much stock into this. I wouldn't worry. I don't think it's coming to the game. Ran into some flags. But it is good looking. And it has, I believe, it has 4 size 4s and 4 size 3s. Puts out an immense amount of DPS. I think it was like something like 6,000 DPS. Absolutely nuts. And then, of course, we have the Super Hornet here, which just came out recently, the Mark II. Good ship if they can get the turrets to stop breaking. With that said, I own one and I don't use it. And I'm halfway tempted to melt it. I have it because it has, like... The only way I can phrase it is it has pedigree. It has history in the verse. The Super Hornet. You know? So cool looking, too. Has so many guns. But I just don't use fighters enough. Do any of you guys have the Super Hornet? Any of you guys use the Super Hornet, rather? It has, on the wings, 2 size 4s. On the nose, it has 2 size 3s. And then in the base Super Hornet Mark II, it has 2 size 3s up at the top. And then in the Heartseeker, I believe it has size 5 Gatlings. Those are bespokes, so you can't swap them out for other things. But that ship doesn't have the power capacity to handle 2 size 5s at the top, anyways. Oh, I didn't know that, Mark. We're gonna close this off with a quick tour of the TAC. This will mark my 3rd tour of the TAC, but just for your gee whiz. Now, before we go in, my biggest grievance with this is that you cannot enter through these side exit platforms. Somebody called me crazy on my initial, like, tour reaction video. because to me it looked like these did not go all the way down to the floor, but they don't go down to the floor, and you can't get back in here. Big grievance for me on that. You know, that and the SCM speed of the Star Lancer attack, it's size 4. Okay, my apologies, Solace. Thank you. Inside the attack, we have the same standard garage that we would have on the Star Lancer Max. Nothing has changed here. You have 96 SEU worth of cargo storage on the sides, courtesy of these mag strips on both sides. And in the middle, you can put a vehicle. Now, currently in the game, you can put cargo off-grid and it not damage your ship. But it hasn't always been that way, and I don't think it will always be that way. Otherwise, what's the point of the cargo grid? Okay. Directly from the garage, we can go into the med bay. You do have 2 tier 3 med beds here. These have the 10-kilometer respawn range. And of course, you can repair up to tier 3 injuries. You do also have storage here that is 650,000 micro SEU or 0.65 SEU. I'm going to have to agree with JS here. Vaulting should work on all the ramps. Especially with how buggy landing is right now on planets. That's the only reason I'm getting at it. But Pavilion, you make a good point. During PvP scenarios, other enemies could enter. That's a good point. Now, we do have 8 jump seats in this middle room. Those ramps that extend off to the sides that don't touch the ground, as we mentioned. Underneath each jump seat, you do have another internal storage with 0.65 SEU capacity. You do also have gun racks in between each seat. Okay. You do have those side Gatling guns, just as you did on the Anvil Asgard. Absolute dog water field of view, but that's a consequence of the ship shape, not a consequence of the devs just... I mean, we could have gone a little farther left. I think they stopped it here so you're not shooting your guys in the back, though. That's my suspicion. Moving forward, we have those broadside size 5s. Those are dual size 5 turrets. With the turret buff, these became much stronger as their ammo capacity is now actually high. Now, it's not going to allow me to move this because you can't put power to these. But this one has a halfway decent field of view. Nothing stellar, but it does have a halfway decent field of view. Now, we did field test the Star Lancer attack the other night, some org members and I. And one problem we noticed is that you can't actually train the broadside guns on the same target as your pilot-controlled front guns. Okay, so in order to optimize or min-max our DPS, we had to fly in a serpentine maneuver, exposing each broadside to the enemy as the other broadside was running out of ammo. That was our best bet. Moving more towards the forward of the ship, we have an elevator that leads upstairs. We have a ladder that leads upstairs. We have an airlock here to a docking collar. A little more forward than that, we have 8 suit lockers to accommodate the recommended 8 crew. That is engineering and all gun turrets, or all gunning stations covered. We're going to take the ladder up because the elevator's slow. To my right is the rear of the ship. To my left is the front of the ship. We're going to go ahead and start moving to the rear as the front of the ship is unchanged from the Star Lancer Max. Starting off in the habitation area, we have one restroom or head off to the right. Mirror does work here. Hello. Then we have gun racks. Accommodate up to 4 long primary arms, 4 sidearms, and 2 specialty weapons like railguns and rocket launchers. We can move into the sleeping quarters where we have 8 bunks. I've been told by ex-service members that this would not be a miserable scenario in a military application, as you have a lot of room between these bunks. My perspective of it being miserable was simply from a civilian standpoint. That's all. Now, you do also have 8 lockers in the back here for each of the crew members. So these are hot. No, these are not hot bunks. These are just regular bunks, one for each crew member. Each of these lockers has another 0.65 SCU of cargo, or internal storage capacity, rather. And then we can move out here to the kitchen area, kitchen and dining area. We do have one more restroom with a functioning mirror. Sorry if I'm going a little fast here, guys. I have exactly 10 minutes before I have to go back to work. And then we have the full kitchen, where we have a functioning opening refrigerator, or closing in this scenario. We have a sink, we have a trash receptacle, and a food preparation area. Don't know what the heck this is for, but it looks neat. Then we have this large breakfast counter. Looks like it could accommodate a few seats. And then we have seating for 4. So by my logic, it seems like 4 would be taking lunch, and the other 4 would still be working and operating the ship. Then we move further back into the ship. This hallway used to lead to the 4 separate habitation rooms, but now those 4 habitation rooms are occupied by the ship hangar. Just a quick note, this elevator does lead downstairs to that garage area, if you're not familiar with the layout of the TAC. And here we have our hangar bay, which is a novelty for a ship this size, as the Starlancer TAC is the smallest ship with a ship hangar bay. An official ship hangar bay. Let's go with that. This is the outline of its intended cargo, or passenger, or leech ship, whatever you want to call it, parasite ship. A Mirai Fury. This is the outline of it. As such, you can fit 2 Furies in here if you want to push your... Look. You never got offered lunch on the TAC. Yeah, well, we died before lunch started, Negdar. Okay. And then we can move back into engineering. Size 3 power plant. Size 3 coolers. Size 3 shields. I believe it's size 2 quantum drive. Yeah, size 2 quantum drive, size 2 jump drive. Alright. We're just going to sprint our way up to the front of the TAC. Guys, if you aren't subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. I will be doing live coverage when I pull the Idris out later. Gotta help recoup some of them costs. Alright. So we have the standard cockpit of the SL Max. Now each of these rear seats are for a different turret gun. The left-hand side, or port side, is for the front-facing top turret. The right-hand side, or starboard side, is for the rear-facing top turret. Each of them do have options to have either a blast door or a window, and that can be toggled with a button here on the HUD. Right there. And then moving forward, we have a little bit more component access, some fuses, and then of course the co-pilot seat, which also has access to the rear turrets. The rear missile turrets specifically, which has 12 size 2s on it. And then the pilot seat, which one of the biggest complaints of this ship is the letterbox window styling. You don't get much visibility. And then of course the slow SEM speed being 110 meters per second. But it is a very cool, very well equipped ship if you can get past those things. As one of my viewers stated, it is the roundiest all-arounder that there is in the game. I think, though, guys, I think that's a great time to stop the stream. I've got to get ready to get back to work. Negdar, thanks for the reminder. Don't forget to hit that like button. We grow because of you. That's the only way we can do it. So we appreciate any support, subscriptions, likes, all of it. So, hang on, Solus. The co-pilot can fire size 2s forward. This little heart is blocking this. I can't see what that says. If not, in the rear turret view. Yes. Ubiquitar, you showed up just for the end. I've got to get back to work. I stayed an hour longer than I anticipated. But that's my fault because I got the scheduling mixed up. But we appreciate you being back, my dude. Make sure you join the Discord. I know I've got you as friends on Discord now. I'm gonna install that file, I promise. And then make sure you join the Discord though, so that you can join in on the Idris. I don't know if you were here for that, Ubiquitar. I got the Idris. And always, thank you very much for your support, guys. All of this is because of you. All right, I'm going to end the stream there, guys. Have a wonderful day, and join the Discord and hit me up. Take it easy.